Hello everyone and welcome back to another video at the F1 2021 Driver Career Mode with Mercedes, episode number 48 today for the final episode of season 3, round number 16. If you missed the previous episode uploaded last week, Mexico regular, go and check it out, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. See plenty more F1 2021 Driver Career Mode in season 4. But yes, coming into this final race of the season, then obviously with a regulation change impending, that no one has actually brought any upgrades to this one. So expect Ferrari to be out in front here. So Ferrari can actually help us out, to be fair. Verstappen has to win and we have to finish like, I think 7th or 6th below, I think it is with the maths. On screen now. Stroll, pretty much I had to retire or get 10th place and he has to win the race. So we do have one hand on the trophy. It's just a formality really. As long as we score lower down, we should still be good. But of course we've got to get through qualifying first as well. And well, I wasn't happy with my setup through qualifying. I felt there was a little bit more time that could be gained. So I changed the setup halfway through qualifying and went for a second run in between qualifying. We're up in P10, but you know, I want to be ahead of the Alpines, preferably. You know, I mean, they are a slower car than us in race pace, even though they might have a faster qualifying pace. I put pit more wing on, which is why we're slower through sector 1. I'm not too much fussed about being slow through sector 1. It's sector 2 is where I'm losing the time to the AI by quite a margin, like a second, I think it was at one point. And there you can see we're making the upgrade, excuse me, the time up, but not a huge amount of time, only half a tenth up. So you know, again, it's the Mercedes. I think that this car personally, it's very draggy, if I'm not going to lie, which is why if you see that Mercedes are a little bit slow in later series, I think that's why, of your career modes maybe, or if you've been driven it, it's that. I think it's why. I think it's a very draggy car. We've only improved by half a tenth to 105.4. Now in the following lap, the tyres started to overheat, unfortunately, and well, coming through the final corner, we've gone wide, oversteered, we're in the wall, and that's qualifying over. As well, as I say, it started there really on that corner, got a little bit twitchy on the curbing there, and then got on that AstroTurf, and that was game over for qualifying really. So definitely, well, I binned it basically. Definitely not a great start to the championship finale, and especially with Max Verstappen, Lance Stroll in 3rd and 5th places. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we can rely on Lewis up there, be our teammate. He's out of the championship, so you know, work together. We've got the constructors on the line as well, so we've got a lot of work to do. From 10th on the grid, it's time for the final race of the season at Brazil.
Welcome along then to the place where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner. And it's the place, a year later, that Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's Interlagos, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7 mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Lance Stroll and Ricciardo, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, a Mercedes and George Russell, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Sergio Perez and Latifi, Joe, Mick Schumacher, Esteban Ocon and Nikita Mazepin, Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We're still in with a shot at the driver's title. It's down to this. Now go out there and come back a champion.
Usual emotional dribble there from Jeff, as of course we should be able to do it, but we'll have to wait and see. Race strategy is a one stop from soft to medium. Might come in a little bit earlier, because you know that the tyres are a little bit overheating, but we'll see if they do that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. With that, we do have the option to undercut. So yes, some ninth on the grid. Thank you, Ocon, for that his penalty. Vibrant lights for the final time in season 3. Lights out and away we go, and it's a good start. Better than Hamilton. He's had a horrific start there in the Mercedes. I think he's behind one of the Williams there. So there's contact with Alonso in the Alpine car. Wow, what a turn one we've had. Alonso got the better start than Hamilton there. Went for the outside and then just decided didn't see me on the inside basically. And he took his, that contact took his front wing off. Alonso actually gave up in the end. But anyway, leading the way is Charles Leclerc, but second place is Max Verstappen. If Verstappen overtakes Leclerc, then we need to make overtakes there. We are on the back of the McLarens, but Sainz, of course, is now starting to warm up. Can we make a few positions up on the McLarens? We have a look around the outside to Ricciardo, but Ricciardo shuts the door. As well as we go through the middle sector, Hamilton is now, as the McLarens will start to walk away, Hamilton's now trying to go around the outside. We're definitely not allowing this. Lewis has definitely not got the message to stay behind and help me out in the championship as well. As we're watching the two Williams there, Giovinazzi and Russell, haven't seen too much in the latter half of the season. We saw a lot of them in the first half of the season, but they haven't really upgraded in the latter half of the season. Maybe they saw the regulation changes. Esteban Ocon has had a disastrous start down the order to begin with, and has had a front wing change as well. So he's going to be stoned at last, unfortunately, for the Frenchman in his final race of the season for Alpine. But jumping to back to lap RPV on lap number 5. Lewis is still all over the back of him. He goes really wide at that corner as well, as we just allowed today. He has another go around there. Guan Yu Zhou is out of the race with an engine failure. That's unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver, although to be fair, they have been woeful, both Alfa Romeo and Haas, this entire season. No points scored for either team as well. But Lewis is still not taking this. He's going for it. We got a little bit twitchy on the outside there. We blocked the outside there, but there's contact between myself and Hamilton has gone wide there, and the safety car has been deployed. So obviously I'm off the curb in there. I'm well in my rights to take the racing line, but Hamilton a little bit too aggressive, maybe a little bit of a 50-50 there as well with the swirly of the curb. But the safety car's been called out. Not the first time I made contact with Hamilton in this season. Toto Wolff will be banging his desk, because of course that's not what we need in our fight with Red Bull for the championship, especially with what it is. And now Hamilton's going to have a front wing change. We're coming in because we've got nothing to lose with. We might as well make our pit stop now. Not a lot. I'm surprised that none of the AIs. Zhou's car is still stranded at turn 2, so I presume the safety car is to clear up Hamilton's front wing and also Guan Yu Zhou's car. But none of the other things. So it's a checkerboard of Red Bulls and Ferrari's up at the front. Hopefully Sainz can get in front of Verstappen there as well. That will definitely help me back out the two McLarens, and then the two Williams, the 7th and 8th now. So looking all over Schumacher. Schumacher's AI hates me in this career mode. Remember back to Italy, blocked me on track. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to be doing here in the finale. I'm sure he's got an agenda there. He's going to squeeze me to the wall like Barrichello, like his dad did to Barrichello. Died on the inside of Latifi as well. He's going so slow, and we're up into P11 there. We need to get these overtakes done as soon as possible. Next lap, gone to lap number 9. Going past Pierre Gasly now, around the outside. Turn to the inside for turn 2. We're able to squeeze out the French, but in the AlphaTauri won't be getting any favours from the Red Bull senior team. Next up is Sebastian Vettel now, and Vettel making us go the long way around as well. He tries to dive it down the inside into turn 1. Again, we're going to have the better line, force him out into turn 2, move up to P9. As we jump to lap 11 then, catching up to Giovinazzi with DRS, and Giovinazzi does not fight here at all. The only AI not to really put up a top fight there, and we're able to breeze past the Italian in the Williams there. We're up to P2 now as well. In actual fact, Giovinazzi's going to do us a favour because Hamilton's also on a charge. He's going to be faster, but he's blocking Hamilton off and not allowing him past. So Giovinazzi is he's doing the job that Hamilton should have done as well. But eventually Giovinazzi does pit, and he should have pitted early because he fell out the top 10 with that. We've got Esteban Ocon, who's ahead of Leclerc. So Ocon, who was last, is now third, is losing the position now. But Hamilton, he's coming for round 2, ladies and gentlemen, not being the teammate that we wanted him to be, and backing off and protecting my championship and race lead. Instead, he wants victory for himself as well, instead of having the 1-2. No multi 84-44 tactics here. If we force Hamilton out of turn 4, make sure we don't go off track like Verstappen did in real life as well. Leclerc has now come to join us. Verstappen's down in P5. We're going to defend from Hamilton again. The pace isn't there. He's now going to dive down the inside. Very aggressive move there from Hamilton there. As we jump up to turn 4, Leclerc has gone round the outside of Hamilton, now turning the inside for turn 5, and Hamilton is down, has lost the 1-2. Now it's Leclerc, not Hamilton, in the faster Ferrari that we're defending for. We bang tyres with the Ferrari driver. Can we hold on? This is the final corner, up to the line. Does Leclerc out-traction us to the line for the World Championship? We don't need to win the race, but it'd be nice if we cherry on top of the cake. We're able to outdrag Leclerc for the championship. Thank you very much.
Fantastic drive, and it means your driver's world champion. What a result. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Jeff. I will definitely take that. It's been coming, but we've finally done it on this year's game. World
With
champion.
that, another year of Formula One draws to a close, and the new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. They've done it then. Victory in the last race of the season and the championship as well. What a phenomenal end to a terrific Formula One season. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
We've finally done it then. We've finally won the Drivers' World Championship and the Constructors as well. At one point, we didn't really need to. It was looking good anyway before today, but winning at Brazil, it was just the cherry on top of the cake. as well, especially with that drag race up to the line. Look at Leclerc's fastest lap, 1.2 seconds faster than mine. But there we go. The strategy played well for us today, and we were able to make make positions up on as well. Hamilton not helping us out, really, to be honest. He wanted the victory for himself, and as a result of him not losing second place to Leclerc, he could have had fourth place in the championship. He didn't. Instead it's Sainz who claims fourth place in the championship as well. It's actually a 36-point lead because Verstappen finished behind Sainz and Ocon in the end. Ocon did a brilliant job as well, and Ocon actually finishes ahead of Fernando Alonso in this series, so that's a good job by the Frenchman. Doesn't always cross people's radar, but he's actually done an okay job in that Alpine car as well. So yes, an easy victory in the constructors as well after that 1-3, although we'll have to wait and see, obviously now 3 times in a row.
First of all, congratulations, you must be thrilled. There's quite a buzz around this team at the moment. What are your thoughts on them?
There's definitely not a buzz around a bit of cardboard. You should concentrate on the buzz of me winning the World Championship, Claire.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
That's Lewis. Ask Lewis.
Well, here's hoping they're working hard to find some improvement.
Cannot be serious!
I don't think you can improve on winning the World Championship and winning the race, Claire. Anyway, enough about her. We've finally done it then. Won the World Championship by quite some way in the end. 4 Grand Prix wins this season out of 16. To be fair, considering, Verstappen, he was so dominant. He got lucky at Monaco, I must say, but he was 3 wins from 4. He was looking set to run away with the championship, and he didn't win again all season, funny enough. After that we had the likes of Ricciardo then getting involved. Ricciardo actually finished down in 8th place, so it has been a topsy-turvy. Different drivers have made chances to win the World Championship and haven't done so. Obviously we've had a late charge from Ferrari with their upgrades as well. Norris a little bit consistent. He had a late charge as well after a difficult middle period as well. So there's a lot of talking points going into season 4 then, which the pre-season episode comes tomorrow evening. So the reason why there's a pre-season video is because I want to see how many views that does. Slightly a little bit different as opposed to having the pre-season and the first race in one video. So just trying that out to see how it looks. Let me know what you think about that format. But anyway, if you are new around here, then please do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day and goodbye.
I told you, if you carried on as you were and you didn't start putting in the kind of performances the team expected, you were going to lose your drive. Well, it's happened. As of today, you are no longer an employee of this organisation. Lucky for you, one of us is competent. I found you an option elsewhere, and I suggest you take it if you want any hope of salvaging this so-called career of yours.